Okay, I'll give you an example of something when I was vice president I was focused on. The issue of maternal mortality. And when I started looking at the details of it, I realized that states had the ability to expand Medicaid coverage for postpartum care. And that all of the states except 3 had not expanded it from 2 months to 12 months. And I then basically issued a challenge, and, it was kind of, shaming people like, hey, why aren't you doing it? By the time I left as vice president, 47 states had done it. And it was just a matter of just like, hey, you can do this thing. Why haven't you done it? It will improve the quality of life and life itself. These kinds of things are also part of how I think of how leaders have to think about increasing efficiencies in the system, which is about creative thought, as opposed to, well, it's never been done before. Not many people are doing it. There must be a reason they're not doing it. Let's just let it be.
Right.
We have to challenge the system. So that is about an ethos.
How much of a teardown is this process? Now to bring it to the East Wing, how much of a demo in your mind needs to be done after experiencing the frustrations of some of this in terms of wanting to get things done? How much of a demo project would you take to that process? Do you watch how Trump, forget about what he's doing, the way he's doing it? Is there a part of you that thinks there are lessons to be learned from that?
I believe it's important we not conflate disruption with destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree that disruption has a very important role to play, which is basically, as far as I define it, as much as anything about challenging the assumptions, challenging the status quo, right? I can tell you from my lived experience as a public servant, challenging the status quo is brutal. There is an assumption that status quo is static, that it is there. Let me tell you something. You start challenging status quo, you will find it is quite dynamic, and it will fight against change every step of the way. I know, because I have tried, and I've had successes, but I also have the bruises to show it. And so, listen, disruption is important, but destruction for the sake of some grand gesture of look what I can do quickly overnight and just get rid of a thing without any plan for actually what's it going to, why, and what is it going to actually do to improve people's lives.